Hello, welcome back to Alex Workshop, and in this video we are going to learn about AW139 helicopter. The main system we will discuss today will be main rotor drive, and we will start from transmission general, how many types of transmission systems are in AW139 helicopters, and we will then focus on main rotor drive system. Okay, I will tell you that there are two types of transmission systems here. Here they are, and the main rotor drive system and the tail rotor drive system, and we will also see component locations with pictures, diagrams, and much more. So be with me, let's start our video. Okay, now the transmission general. The transmission supplies the drive from the engines to the main rotor, the tail rotor, and the accessories, which includes pumps, ECS compressor, and alternator if installed. Okay, now the main point is here there are two types of transmission systems. Okay, the transmission is composed by the main rotor drive system and the tail rotor drive system. In this video we will cover the main rotor drive system. Okay, now let's see a picture, and let's see the locations of the components. Now here is the diagram of AW139 transmission system. Okay, and some things are mentioned here. Okay, first I will tell you some things like, okay, the main router is installed here. Okay, the tail router is installed here. This is the point where TGB means tail gearbox exists. Here is the IGB. Two engines, as we know that two engines are installed on that helicopter. The input shafts of both engines, sorry, output shafts of both engine, and here is the input module from where the power from engine goes into the transmission system, and this is the MGB known as main gearbox. Okay, now let's see these component locations like pump 1, pump 2, and pump 4. Here is the pump 1, here is the pump 2, here is the pump 4. Now where is the pump number 3? As we know that the pump number 3 is an electrical pump which is installed on the upper head of the aircraft, not mentioned here. Okay, the pump 3 is separately installed, just like this here in the forward position of all this system. Okay, and the purpose of the pump 3 is to perform ground checks only. The pump 3 is not will not work when the helicopter is in air. Okay, and you can pause the video, you can see all the locations. I'm not going to say it one by one. Okay, you can see by pausing the video. I'm moving forward. Okay, okay. Now, as I mentioned before, that we are going to focus on the main rotor drive system, and so let's start. The main rotor drive system transmits and decreases the rotational drive from the engine to the main rotor. The MRDS comprises the main gearbox MGB, the two engine gearbox couplings, two input modules, the engine couplings, the freewheels. What is the purpose of the MGB? The MGB reduces the rotational speed between the input and output drive. The MGB has a self-contained splash lubrication and condition monitoring oil system. Okay. Now MRDS stands for main rotor drive system. Okay, main components. The first one is the main gearbox. As I told you, the position of MGB, main gearbox, is also called MGB, and the location of the MGB is here, almost here in this area. Okay, you can see my pointer on the screen. Okay, now the MGB is the most important component of the MRDS. Most important component is the MRDS. The MGB is made of aluminium alloy and comprises two engine input shaft module cases, the minimum case, the upper case, and sorry, the main case, the upper case, and the bottom case. The MGB changes the horizontal drive from the engine to a vertical drive of the main rotor shaft. Okay, changes the horizontal drive of the engine to a vertical drive of main rotor shaft. Okay, what's that mean? Its mean is, let's see here. The MGB changes the horizontal drives, which are these drives, okay, coming from the engine, to a vertical drive going towards the main rotor. Okay, now I think you understand better. Okay, let's move forward. The MGB has three reduction stages that reduces the 21,000 RPM of the engine's input speed to the 296 RPM of the MR speed at 100% an hour. Now the MGB supplies drive through the tail rotor drive system TRDS to the tail rotor and supplies drive at different rotational speeds for the following accessories: 1 MGB oil cooler fan, 2 MGB lubrication pumps, 3 hydraulic power pumps. Okay, hydraulic power pumps are 3, 1, 2, and 4, as I told you previous in this video, and the pump number 3 is electronic pump, and 1 ECS compressor, optional if that is installed in helicopter. Okay, now let's move forward. Okay, now what is this? This is the MGB diagram. Here are the input drives. Okay, the power from the engine comes like this way, and this is the MGB, and the MGB reduces the rotational speed as we see before in previous picture, and it rotates the vertical drive towards the main gearbox, sorry, main rotor, and also send the transmission towards the tail gearbox or tail rotor drive. Okay, this is the main or the first reductional gearbox uh, which receives the power from the engine and reduces and then sends towards all the directions. Okay, now let's go. This is another angle of that MGB. The components are mentioned: oil sensors and filter, oil cooler fan, tail router drive output, bearing temperature, some chips. As we know that there are 5 bearings are installed in AW139 helicopter. Okay, this is another topic, inshallah we will discuss in our next videos. Oil filler cap, oil low level pressure switch. Okay, now moving forward. Again, MGB from front view and the rear view, as we can see the forward rod, anti-torque beam helps MGB not to spin when aircraft is engaged. Forward rod, visual oil a level indicator, rotor brake, aft rod. Okay, now engine X gear couplings. Each one of the two engine gear couplings transmit the power drive from the relevant engine shaft to the MGB input module, left and right input modules. Okay, two input modules are installed on MGB. Input modules left and right. Each one of the two input modules releases the connection between the engine shaft and the MGB. The input module changes the direction of the axis of rotation and acts as a first reduction stage of the MGB. Each input module includes a centrifugal freewheeling unit that allows to override the engine in case of failure or engine shutdown, so that the rotor can be driven by remaining operative engine. Now, gimbal assembly. There are two gimbal assemblies. Each one gives forward mounting support to the relevant engine. Okay. Now, freewheel. Freewheel. Freewheel enables the movement to be transmitted only in the engine to rotor direction. There are two freewheels, one for each engine input module. There are two possible conditions. Number one, freewheel engaged rulers are caught between the input shaft, engine shaft, and the MGB output shaft that remains driven. Freewheel disengaged auto rotation or one engine failed, the output shaft, which is driven by the rotor or by the second engine, frees the rollers. The free wheel acts as a bearing and the failed engine is not driven. When both engines are operating, the left and right free wheels are engaged and the main rotor and tail rotor and accessories are driven. In auto rotation, both free wheels are disengaged, the tail rotor and the accessories are driven by the main rotor. This is the purpose of the free wheel. We will see the free wheel in picture in our video. Now, what is this? This is the MGB coupling. Okay, MGB coupling, drive shaft, flexible coupling, torque beam. Okay, and this is the practical image of the system. Here, this is the coupling. Okay, now what is this? This is the free wheel unit and free wheel disengaged, free wheel engaged. When free wheel is engaged, it will be like this. When disengaged, it will be like this: output shaft, ruler, and engine 2 or engine 1, and this is the MGB or internal drive systems. A free wheel unit is installed here. Okay, I hope you will got our main points, and we will meet you in our next videos.